Good morning, Facebook friends. It's good to be back in North Carolina for a while. A few days anyway, and I want to talk to you about some questions I always got when I was a sheriff in the top 10, probably always in the top 5 was, can I shoot someone if they try to break into my house? Well, the key word there, of course, is can. You can do anything you want to. You can shoot anything you want to. But it's very serious when you're talking about shooting someone, possibly taking a human life. Unfortunately, I've had to shoot people before and kill people, and both here and in the war. But it's not something you really want to do. You'll live with it for the rest of your life. I see their faces every day, every night. But if you have someone trying to break into your house, of course you have a right in the United States to defend yourself. And the answer is yes, you can shoot them. But you need to think about, should you shoot someone? And, in other words, I'll give you a couple examples here. I had a man whose sister-in-law, I believe, was threatening to come down and shoot him, and he called me up, wanted to know what to do about it. And I said, well, if she shows up with a gun, presenting bodily harm to you, you got to defend yourself. And lo and behold, wasn't very long that happened. He wound up shooting her in a little community up here in Welcome, North Carolina, and killing her. And when I got up there, he just turned around and put his hands behind his back and thought I was going to arrest him, but I didn't. But I did take him in for questioning and present it to the DA, and no charges were filed. But you got to really be careful about things like that. And what I do this time of year, Christmas is one of the worst seasons of the years for people trying to rob people, steal things. So I would advise everyone, if you do have a pistol or a firearm protecting your home, make sure everybody in there knows how to use it. Make sure you keep it in a safe place. Because unfortunately, I have been out where grown-ups were messing with their weapon and shot their children. And but if I'll give you another example here, a man knocks on a lady's door one night, and she's there by herself, and she hears the knock, and she gets scared, and she goes to the front door, and well, there's nobody there. Then she hears a knock on the carport door, and she goes there, and nobody there. And then she hears another knock at the front door, so she just shoots through the door. Well, when the police arrived, there was a man laying on the ground there with a gas can, and down the road was his car out of gas. So, think about this, and, even do drills on it, I would recommend, with your husband, boyfriend, or if you live alone especially. And if you do live alone and someone is in your house and you think they've already gotten in your house, go to a corner of the bedroom or something like that, the largest room you got in the house, and get in that corner and squat down. And if they do come in and approach you, don't go through all this TV stuff, warning them and all this kind of stuff. This is a stranger in your house and has no reason to be there. You'll just aim that pistol or your firearm at the belt buckle or the waist and squeeze off them rounds. You're going to hit him. You don't have to be no expert shot. You will hit him and he will fall. And, I'd rather go to court than I would my own funeral. And, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an official anymore. I'm retired, and I'm just an American citizen, a combat veteran, and a former sheriff. But I'm telling you, you can protect yourself. If someone comes into your yard and out there yelling at you, you can't shoot them. If they're running away, you can't shoot them. You got to present and remember these words. I was in fear of my life. I tell people that all the time when they want advice. I was in fear of my life should be some of the first things that come out of your mouth. This is not one of those deals where I went on a murder case and the guy was shot in the back 22 times, laying on the ground, laying on the floor in the living room. Man said he broke in my house, so I shot him. I said, well, he must have broke in backwards because you shot him in the back. And there's still slugs in the floor, so Police are not stupid. They're going to investigate it, and you're going to be charged. Normal shooting, even when you're in the right, you could be charged with manslaughter in certain degrees. But that's usually worked out in the court system because remember, those people on that jury, those jurors are just like you. They're family people. Thank God we hadn't done away with them yet. But that's just some advice I want to give you about that question in the top 5. Can I shoot someone if they're breaking into my house or trying to present bodily harm? No difference if somebody hems you in a car and comes around and tries to break your window glass in your car. You're in fear of your life. You can protect yourself. Put some slugs in him and live with the consequences. But Christmas is a joyful time, but it's also a bad time when you're a lawman. And I'm a straight shooter, and I just wanted to pass this on to all my Facebook friends, and especially you ladies out there living by yourself, you shut-ins. Maybe your family members don't check on you. But just remember these words. It's just common sense. You have a good day.